Welcome everybody to the Unofficial Office Reunion, kind of a mini reunion. Well, for better or for worse, I am your host, Jim O'Hare, from most people who know me as Jerry from Parks and Recreation. But tonight, I have the pleasure, and I really mean this because these are awesome people, of sitting down with your favorites from Scranton, you know, the branch employees. So we have a warm welcome, please, for Kate Flannery, yay! Brian Baumgardner, yay! Oscar Nunez, yay! And Melora Harden, how are you?
Hi.
Well, we spoke earlier, and Melora and I have no idea why, but we've never met, and that makes no sense, but this is what happened.
Really?
So listen, the fans, you guys, first of all, I have to ask you, just as someone, everyone knows I'm a huge Parks and, Office fan. Yeah, that's what I meant. Anyway, no, but seriously, what is it like being on the second greatest show ever? just wondering.
I don't know. Let us know, Jim.
Whoa! Damn you!
Boom.
Damn you, Kate!
Oh,
How dare you say that? No, I had to start that way. But just so, put it out there. Yes, of course, I love my Parks and Recreation, but you guys were first, and I knew Carell in Chicago a little bit, so I'm like, oh, there's a Chicago guy doing a TV show, I'll tune in. And I was in fast. You guys are awesome. And actually, not that anyone cares about this, because they want to hear from you guys, I got to tell you a real quick little story. So when it came time to cast for Parks and Recreation, we all read for Ron Swanson, which was crazy, because Nick was all, anyway. But then they brought me back for Jerry. So I get the role. And then my agent said, now, Jim, you might want to think about this, because they're not promising us anything. You're going to kind of be in the background for a bit. And, you want to be doing that at this point in your career, blah, blah, blah. And I said, are you kidding me? Look what they have done for Kevin and for Meredith and for, Phyllis. To me, it was a no-brainer. So it's because of you guys that I officially took it as far as I'm concerned.
I'm so sorry. That's a shame.
I thank you guys. I love your show. I love it. So anyway, speaking of that, let's get to how it all began. I guess we'll start. Brian's the first one on my screen. I don't know why, so no, just in order. How did it happen for you?
You mean how did I join the show?
How did you get on The Office? Yeah.
I was a theater actor actually, and had just moved to Los Angeles, and I got an audition for the role of Stanley. And I went in, but I was a big fan of the British version of the show, and I knew that if I was going to be cast in this show, it was really Kevin was going to be the one that I need. So I went in and I read the role of Stanley as though it were Kevin, and luckily they saw it and chased me down, and that's how I got it.
Wow, that's awesome. Did you ever think it would be what it became?
I knew early on that what we were doing was special. I felt what we were doing was special, even like with Diversity Day, which was our second episode we shot. I thought, man, if people give this show a chance, it has the chance to do something really, really special. But whether, it was so new, it was so different at the time. There was no laugh track. It was shot in a weird way with moving cameras. I didn't know if people would, but I never, ever, it still blows my mind. The young fans, particularly, that are enjoying the show now. It's crazy.
I think for me at least, it's a comfort show. So I've seen every episode, 10 times easily. I don't even need to be watching it. It's okay if it's just in the background.
When Oscar is on screen, it's way better not to be watching.
It's funny you would say that. I have found that to be true. Yes, yeah. I have found that to be true. Oscar, I'm sorry for the hurt. I'm sorry, my friend. I hate that Brian is so mean to you. It bothers me. But Brian, I'm right on board with you on that, just so you know. Well, thank you. Okay, so we mentioned Oscar. Oscar, how did you get onto the show?
Well, so the screens that we're watching, is everyone seeing that? Can they see us at the same time? And where's Kate? I don't see Kate.
Kate's right there. I see her.
Oh, I think you got to move. You got to do one more swipe to get everybody in your shot.
And so,
swipe. You're not very
Shocker.
techno savvy, right?
Shocker.
Everybody
You're
watching,
having an issue.
This is the saddest crew in the whole world, technologically. Whatever, I can't even say the word, so God knows I can't do it. We're a mess.
This is for Cameo, right?
Yeah, yes.
And so, what percentage of our fee is going to? What are we giving money for? The COVID?
There's a link on. As people are watching this, there is a link because what we are doing is raising money for the COVID. It's for COVID-19 for what's
Actors
going on.
funds, restaurant funds.
Yeah. Children, restaurants.
What are we getting paid for this?
What's that?
What are we getting paid for this?
You're getting paid nothing.
100%? I thought it was a percentage. I thought they were giving. We were doing it for like.
You can choose to give your percentage of your cameos for these 2 days of 100% of your stuff to the thing. By the way, we're live, Oscar, just pointing that out.
This is a bit he's doing.
You could just let Cameo
knows it's live.
We started already, darling. We started this already?
Yes, there's a bunch of different. What? No, Brian's just telling me his life story so I can hear it.
He's an idiot.
What do you guys do? We should have
Yeah.
discussed this before. This is awkward for me now. I was thinking.
Well, now we'll fight through it, and you can tell us how you got on the show.
No, do you hear what he said, by the way, that we're giving money for COVID? That's
It's
literally
for COVID
what he
relief,
said.
different
We're
charities.
giving money
I am not
for
pro-COVID.
It's a brand new
I got on this under false pretenses. I'm not
No,
pro-COVID.
this is not pro-COVID. We are not supporting.
We're against it.
Happens to me all the time.
We are against COVID, yes.
Okay.
How the hell did you get on the show?
It's good to see you, Jim.
You too.
Hi, Melora.
Oh my God.
I did the same thing with Brian. I think it was for background. I don't think it was a specific character. They didn't have my character. It was just to fill up space. And I auditioned, and then I think I had 2 or 3 callbacks, you guys. And,
oh wow!
And the last one was improv, which I really liked, which I felt really comfortable. But I went back 3 times. I didn't think anything of it. I thought we would shoot the pilot, and that would be it.
Wow! And did you when this started?
Dancing,
did you know anybody? Did like any of the cast members know each other?
What's that now?
Did any of you guys know each other?
Yeah, I knew Angela and I knew Steve because I knew Steve from Second City. But you're not talking.
Like, yeah.
Angela and I were friends.
So Angela's the main link here. She knows everybody.
I knew Angela from the Groundlings, and I didn't know anyone else. We became fast friends, but I don't. Oh, you know what? I was Anchorman before that because I got cut out of Anchorman, but I did meet Carell on Anchorman.
And I knew Dave Keckner too for years from Chicago. When I first started improv, I knew Dave Keckner was in improv.
We're not even talking to you. He was still with me.
I'm sorry.
Twice
You're taking too long.
I knew Rainn Wilson from theater.
Oh,
I
there
knew
you
Rainn
go.
Wilson.
I know David Keckner too, but we'll get to me later.
I know Keckner too. I'm working with Keckner now lately, and he is crazed.
He's
I'm sorry
crazy.
to hear that.
Awesome and crazy, and
Doesn't he have like 500 children?
he's got a bunch, and he's still got a bunch in school. It's not like they're all up and out. He's got a bunch.
And Brian and Ed went to the same high school, but I don't think they knew each other.
Oh no, we did. Yes, I did know. Yeah, he wasn't there at the beginning, but yes, no. Ed and I when we went to high school together.
Yes.
Our families were friends.
What are the odds that you would go to high school together and end up in a show? That seems crazy to me.
Crazy.
Yeah. When I
Really
was, I guess we're going back, but we were doing some work in the summer. We were shooting these webisodes, and I was in the annex, like by where Toby and Mindy used to sit, or Toby and Kelly. And I was shooting a talking head, and suddenly Ed, and I had seen him on The Daily Show. Suddenly Ed Helms walked through the room. And I was like, what in the living fuck is he doing? And he just walked through, and then we talked, and yeah, he'd been brought in to, potentially play a new character by Greg Daniels.
Wow, I just think that's really cool, really wild. So where are you from? You're Kansas City?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, Atlanta. I thought for some reason the end was Kansas City. But okay, so now just so we don't forget it. So Melora, how did you, because by the time you came in, the show was already up and running, doing its thing.
No. I auditioned. I was in the pilot. I auditioned as a guest star, possibly recurring character. I went in one time and they hired
For
me
Jan?
the next day. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got to go back.
Yeah, I went in straight into a producer session with Greg, Ken Quapis, Allison Jones, and Phyllis was there because she was assisting Allison at the time.
Which is the craziest ever, but yeah, go
Totally
ahead.
nuts. Yeah,
Crazy.
totally nuts. And yeah, and that was who was in the room. There may have been, let's see, was there anyone else? I think that was it. And I could feel in the room, you know, they were really responding to what I was doing. And yeah, I was Brian and I were talking earlier on for his thing. He's got a fantastic podcast that's about to happen, I think, right, Brian? I don't know when that's happening, but it's awesome, and we had super amount of fun reminiscing. But one of the things that was interesting about that was that Allison was casting a pilot at the same time that I was testing for it the next day after my audition for The Office. And my audition for The Office was very last minute. It was like, they need you to come in at 2 p.m. and read for this guest star, possibly recurring person. And I wasn't even that excited about it because I was kind of like, you know, I had been starring in lots of pilots and things up till then. So I wasn't that excited about it. But when I got there and I got the material and I read the sides, I was like, okay, this is awesome. And I like went in, you know, basically I kind of did a cold reading like 20 minutes later. I just worked on it for 20 minutes outside, went in. But I loved her so much, like on the page, like right away. I was just like, oh, she's so funny, you know, and I loved her so much. And they just responded to what I was doing, and I could feel that in the room. You know how when you're in the room, you can feel when they're like all kind of like, you know, everything's gelling, and you can feel everybody's attention.
You know, sadly, I've never had that feeling, but go ahead.
Yeah, right. I'm sure you've never had that.
Never had it. Never.
But anyway, the next day I was testing for the pilot, and Allison came out into the waiting room, and she goes, "Are you, you know, are you, we're ready to come in," or something like that. And I was like, yeah. And she goes, "You were really amazing for that office thing." And I was like, yeah, it was so super fun. Maybe I'll get them both. And she goes, "I want you to get The Office."
Ah.
So she kind of had it in her mind.
Yeah.
You know, she's known me for years because I've been doing this since I was a little girl.
Yeah.
And so I'd known her, and, you know, she kind of already was like a fan, I guess. And it was just sweet. It was just so sweet that she had some internal knowingness of that this show was going to be special just from her years of experience. And turned out that pilot did get made, but never turned into anything. And so the Angels.
Wait a minute. Sometimes pilots don't go forward?
Yeah.
Wow, I am learning all sorts of new exciting stuff here today. Thanks, you guys. Okay, and now Kate, how about you? How did it all happen?
You know what? I actually auditioned for the part of Jan for the pilot, and I did not get it. But Allison said to me, "I feel like you're right for this show." So I did not do the pilot, and then I think it was August. It was right before Labor Day, and they wanted me to come in, and I literally had a ticket to Chicago to go see my aunt, and I was like, I'm going to Chicago. And I guess whatever happened in that round, they didn't find anybody. So when I came back from the day after Labor Day, they wanted me to come in. And it was a producer session. It was Greg and Ken Quapis and Phyllis and Allison Jones. And I remember seeing a couple actresses from Second City, and they made me take my makeup off. They're like, no makeup. And usually when they say no makeup, it usually means like lip gloss and mascara. You know, I mean, it doesn't really mean no makeup, but this was like really no makeup.
Yeah.
And then I came out, and then Allison told me, by the time I got home, she told me to go to Gower and do it again. And then by the time I got home, I found out I got the job. But I didn't even know what the job was, because it was, because I wasn't sure, because it technically was a guest star, hopefully right. Back.
So you weren't brought on as a regular at the beginning?
Right, although I was told I would be there every episode. It was like, it was
like on Parks, they did the same thing. We weren't regulars, but we'll be there, we'll see how it plays out.
Right,
I have, I know Kate knows this, but Jim and Melora, I have the call sheet framed of the day I went in, and it's myself, I'm there, Kate's on it, and Leslie David Baker's on the same.
Wow.
I made copies and gave it to Kate and Leslie, but I have the original one here framed. That's pretty cool.
great.
That's really cool. That's really cool. And you guys, the thing is, this is going to go fast just because already we're just chatting, so I just want to put a reminder out to people watching. We are trying to do a fundraiser for the COVID-19 charities. There's so many great ones. Kate had mentioned the restaurant employees. I mean, they're screwed. They're totally screwed.
Yeah.
They are.
And of course, there's the No Kids Left Behind charity because the kids that would normally be in school right now being fed, they are not being fed. So there's, this is, as much as we're going to have a great time here if we could.
And we're donating 15% of our proceeds. What we make, we're giving 15% to these charities.
You're giving 2,000% of any income you make in the next 100 years.
What's happening now?
You've signed your life away.
He still thinks we're giving money to COVID.
I think Oscar thinks we're pro-COVID. I really think he does. Okay, so I'm just going to throw out some of.
I'm being told we're anti. I'm being told.
Were you? Yeah.
Great.
Yes, you are correct. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, you were told correctly. Good for you. Boy, you guys must have had a lot of fun with him on set. But anyway, you guys, I'm going to just quickly throw out a couple of my favorite moments, but then obviously I want you guys to say what some of your favorite ones. Just recently, the other day.
Do we know how many people are watching with us live, by the way? Do we have any sense?
God knows I don't know.
No, we don't.
14.
Well, anyway, I just want to say hi to the fans. It's nice.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That's great. Actually, I just saw 287 million.
What?
So, yeah, we're there.
Or somewhere between 14 and that.
Yeah, somewhere between 14 and 287 million people are watching us right now.
Because down
but no,
on my
seriously.
screen it says 7 participants, meaning is that only 7 of us doing
That's
this?
us, yes.
That's okay.
I guess. Who knows? But anyway, I do want to say, so the other day, one of my very favorite moments is when Dwight is doing the fire and the mayhem that happens after the fire. That is one of my, I can go back and forth 100 times on that. I go back and forth 100 times on when Michael comes in and Keckner has shit in his office and the reactions of all of the different people coming and going out, just Jenna's reaction kills me. She's like, oh, no. Like, anyway, I could go on and on about that. Also, when Jan and Michael, my most uncomfortable TV show ever is the 30 minutes when Jan and Michael throw their dinner party.
That's one of my favorite episodes.
It's
So
the
great.
most uncomfortable thing in the whole world and genius. So anyway, those are just some of I have hundreds I could go on, but what are some of your favorite moments?
Well, I want to tell one that I didn't tell Melora when we happened just randomly to be talking earlier today. When I get asked what my favorite regret or what my biggest regret of a moment that didn't make it into the show was actually Kevin and Jan. Weird combo, but someone told me it's in like the newest cuts or something that they play now. But it's the baby shower episode, and someone is pressing, or I guess Kevin asked Jan where she got the sperm that she used for the baby.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, this exclusive place, this blah, blah, blah. And then Kevin says, the place behind the IHOP? And the look on her face and the look on Michael's face about like just processing that your baby could possibly be Kevin's. And I remember going into the editing bay and fighting, like, you guys, this is the greatest joke that maybe we ever did. The idea that Michael wants this baby so much and it might be Kevin's. And they were like, dude, we don't have a story. Like, we cannot open up the can of worms about this baby maybe being Kevin's and then ignore it. So anyway, I hear it's out there now, but my moment with you.
That's brilliant.
And back then, I don't think there was a limit, so Kevin might have been there every day, every other day.
Whether they were paying him or not. Yeah, he didn't care.
Every hour.
Me or Kevin?
Or when you sing to the baby during that, it's crazy.
Oh my God, that was so much fun.
You know what I do? I just did it the other day. I go through the bloopers. I go through all seasons, but I watch the bloopers. And that scene, the dinner scene, when Steve's pushing the television back, and you guys can't keep it together. It's one of my favorites.
Sad.
It is. It's such a sad moment. I do have like big bragging rights though, because I threw that, I think we had like 3 television. We only had like 3 TV sets. And I threw the Dundee, and I swear, I think I got some new like grips, and electricians fall in love with me because I hit the the TV set every time.
Nice.
And, you know, those crew guys, they were kind of like, oh my God.
Yeah.
She can throw.
Yeah. And you guys, I know we shared a lot of the same crew over the years, and how lucky were we? Just the greatest people.
The greatest.
They were
greatest people. We shared producers and just the greatest. But Kate, how about you? Any memories that really like just, you know, some of your favorites?
You know, I blocked it all out. No, I'm just kidding. You know, actually, one of my favorites, of course, I'm so self-centered, I'm going to bring up a Meredith episode, but Moroccan Christmas, you know, there was the whole, really the only entire scene that anytime I got to improvise an entire scene was when Michael was literally when we got to the parking lot where Michael is dragging Meredith to rehab. There was really nothing written getting out of the car. So I think they were just thinking it was just going to be a montage where you wouldn't really hear anybody, but they ended up using our dialogue. So it was like basically like a chase scene, and Paul Feig was directing. And like, I literally thought they were, I mean, I think initially, like, it was really great because, you know, normally you get to improvise a little bit, but you never get to do a whole thing. And I was doing this whole thing like, wait a minute, because it became very real. Like, I think I was being very trapped. But I just remember there were 2 people out of the corner of my eye.
Well, that was a sense memory, right? From when your family had done that to you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Go ahead. Oh
my God. Are you kidding? Flannery Stavern, the daughter of I'm come by playing an alcoholic, very honestly. You know I get on the bar. But there were 2, they actually had stunt people dressed like this in case one of us got hurt. And I was like, I don't care if I break my leg, I am finishing the scene. Because we were throwing trash cans at each other. I mean, it was nuts. Like, nothing was set before. It was complete mayhem. The only thing was that Michael drags her physically, and I lost my voice that day. My knee. I mean, it was fantastic. That was such a crazy adventure. Paul Feig directed. I mean, I have so many great memories, but that was pretty spectacular.
Really, it's hard when people say a favorite memory of any of our shows that were loved, because, you know, we were lucky to be on shows that I could come up with a memory from every day when I wasn't, you know, on meth. But the days I wasn't, I have a memory of, and it was pretty amazing. No, saboteur. And also, Brian, I have to say, because I mentioned the fire one earlier, when you kick in the vending machine,
candy machine.
Oh,
how many takes?
Oh my God.
I think just one.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, because what are they gonna do? Or did they have them lined up? Or
here's the theme. Here's the thing, Jim, that you should know about me is really, I just need one time.
I had heard that. Yeah. I had heard that.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
It's funny. I've only heard it from you, but I have heard it. So
just need one.
You know, I guess that's important. And you guys, a lot of people for parks, they say, you guys, it looks like you improvised the whole show. That is so not true. The writing was so brilliant. How about you guys? Was there a lot of improvising, or was it pretty much what was on the paper?
Just occasionally, yeah. I mean, I think Steve and Rain improvised more than all of us, but, you know, but you would, you know, if you improvised, it was just within your, you know, it's almost like the writing was so great that if you improvised, it was just a little bit further than what was written. You know what I mean? It wasn't, I know.
And actually, I think it's a great compliment.
One question, you guys, that it said, would you actually ever do an office reunion? And I have a resolution to this problem. I know we all get asked this all the time. And this is what I've decided. We need to make a feature film. Because if we made an office reunion feature film, like they've done Hello, Sex and the City, and
do you think Emma Stone is free to play Meredith?
No, you're gonna play you. But here's the thing.
Thank God.
Here's the thing. We're gonna get, if we do that, then Steve will do it, and maybe even Ricky Gervais will do it, and maybe Stephen Merchant will come on too. I mean, we'll get everybody. Everyone will do it.
I think that would be huge. I think that would be huge.
Melora, we shoot in Scranton.
And we shoot it in Scranton. That's right. It's such a great idea.
Yeah.
We better do it soon before we all turn white-haired, and then it's just a whole different thing.
Right.
Right.
No, but I think a movie would be huge. I really do. I would be crazed to see a movie of The Office.
Everyone would love the movie, and it could be so outrageous and ridiculous, and it'd be just so great to see everybody come back.
Yeah. And
Right?
how are you guys in contact with each other? I get asked that all the time. Do we see each other
We
out
all
in the
hate
world?
each other.
Or?
We all hate each other.
Definitely not Oscar.
No. And believe me, we've only been on here, what, a half hour, and I can see that I don't need to speak with Oscar again either. So I'm on board with that. I'm 100% on board with that, Brian. Thank you. And I was warned. I'll be honest. I was warned. So anyway. Okay, the other thing that I think is a fun question. What would your characters be doing during the coronavirus? You know, this quarantine.
Well,
Wait, hold on one second.
Oh, go ahead.
Because you guys said you didn't want to, before we started, my wife and kid helped me set this up. They were with me here. They're staying at a hotel. They can't be in the same house with me.
I get it.
Quarantined separately. So I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
I would actually risk the virus to get away from you.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's good that we're getting to know each other, Oscar. I like it. I think it's healthy.
It's healthy.
But no, what do you think? Like, what would Meredith be doing during the quarantine?
Coronavirus?
Oh, you're
Oh, I
asking the
know.
characters.
Drinking. I don't
Yes.
know. I got all these props. I don't
Nice
know.
props.
Right?
Top eight. Good.
My bar is right here. It's just the way I set this up. It just, sorry.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Meredith,
yeah.
would that be
I
as
mean,
long as
Here, do you know what I would do? Here's
What's
what I
that?
would do. Here, I can prop. You know what I would do? I would play with my big pencil.
Let's see it.
Oh wow! I thought that was a euphemism,
Okay,
and I
are we-
thought he was
Are
bragging.
we all really propping? I'm gonna prop. Hold on.
I just had it. Kate did a prop. I thought I had a big pencil joke. That was it. That was all I got.
That's what she said.
Hello.
Melora could make a prop.
Oscar, what would your character be doing during coronavirus?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I guess he was I don't know what the character would be doing. I just
You don't know?
No.
Wow.
I really don't think of
Yeah, we've really learned a lot today, Oscar, and I appreciate that.
I'm still getting used to the fact that we're giving 100% of our proceeds.
Oh my God. There's Serenity by Jan.
Jan, what is this?
Oh, here,
what is
here,
this?
Melora.
Melora candidate?
Oh, what are the candles?
This is what Jan would be doing.
I love it.
She would be making candles, and this was actually made by a woman who makes these incredible candles. And I'm gonna get her name in 2 seconds. But she made this for me and sent it to me as a present. But truly, look at that, how beautiful that is.
That is awesome.
So that's what Jan would be doing during the coronavirus.
Still doing her candles.
Making candles and making them much better now, because this is like a real work of art.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And Kate, you have a son on the show, so he would be what age now?
He'd probably be 20. He was, the actor that played my son, Spencer Daniels, he was on the first 2 seasons of the show Mom. He played Anna Faris's daughter's baby daddy.
Oh, I know.
He's a really nice kid. He's a nice kid. But he played Jakey through, from the time he was like 10 years old. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, we're old.
Yeah.
Would it be 25, no, 22 or something? I have no math skills. I went to theater college. Don't ask me.
I understood there would be no math, Jim.
Yeah, I just turned 40, and believe me, it was a tough one. It was, I thought it would be, I don't understand the quiet. What's happening? How dare you people question my age? How
IMDb
dare
has ruined
you?
your joke. IMDb has ruined your joke. They don't lie on IMDb. You can't lie. You're screwed.
So listen, I want to put it out there again for people watching, if anybody's watching. We're raising money against, Oscar, not pro, we're against the COVID-19.
Yes.
So we're putting money out for some wonderful charities for kids and for health employees and for actors funds. And there's all sorts of areas that the money's going to go to. So if you're so inclined, I was told there's some button you get to hit.
I also just want to promote this artist who made this, because she makes the most beautiful candles. And artists right now, independent people that are independently employed, right? They need our help too. So this girl's name is Janie Korn, Korn. You can find her on Instagram with all of her incredible candles, and you know, you can support an artist at the same time that you're supporting the emergency relief funds for COVID.
Yeah, that makes
Janie cracked corn.
Like that.
Oh.
Just like that.
Nothing. I can't. That was.
Yeah, it was low-hanging fruit, Brian. You can't be.
I mean, it really was.
Yeah, no one's blaming you for that one. That's all you. So you guys, the other thing I have to mention is when Park started, you guys had already been doing it. So you guys had set the pace. But we started, and we were lucky enough that when we started, they already had the computers set up. So let's face it, our characters had a lot of downtime where we're, you know, in the back of a scene or whatever. I never didn't have access to a game, or people were shopping online, people were doing all sorts of stuff. But my understanding is you guys didn't have that at the beginning. Just the
first season though, so it was only the 6 episodes.
I thought it was a couple of seasons.
No. They got it right. No, we had let me tell you something. I feel like we had the best job ever because our computers worked. I had the most comfortable clothes. We had a place to sit every time we walked in. You know, these are things that don't happen on most shows, right?
Absolutely. No,
So
that's
great.
Oh, and of course, and I don't know if you guys did this, but on the Park set, everywhere there were drawings of dicks. Everywhere. Just drawings of dicks. So that's who we were as a people. But you guys, where did you shoot?
Van Nuys.
Way deep in the valley. Way deep in the valley.
Oscar's
The
neighborhood.
hottest part of the valley. Hey guys, we shot in the studio that was originally a porn studio.
Woohoo!
Right,
Well,
those stages
valley, of
were
course.
porn stages, and then we took over, and then we made them the office stages, and we were the only ones there.
Jim, you might have had drawings of penises everywhere. We had.
Wow, I got you.
Everywhere.
What, Oscar? What did we have? What did we have?
I ran out of steam.
What did we have?
Nothing. I ran out of steam.
Let's go with stains.
It didn't make sense.
I knew where you were going. So you guys, what's happening now in your lives? Anybody want to say what's happening?
What else? Do we have
We got about 4 minutes left.
Oh, then they said, would you do a Parks and Recreation Office crossover movie? Another fan question.
Yeah.
We have 10 minutes left, so there's that, or a little less.
Cool.
Would Jim O'Hare have to be in it?
I will tell you this.
Good question.
I know him. I know his people. He's got a huge penis. And I think
That's what she said.
I think there'd be that's what she said. And there would be some negotiations. I can't imagine either show wanting to do it without him, from what I understand.
Okay, that's cool. I just wanted to.
No, that's great. No, that's
I
great.
was just trying to get some clarity.
And you know, for those out there who don't know all this, Brian and we see each other at auditions. We audition against each other sometimes.
Yeah, I don't ever get them.
No.
There's a lot of tension in
I don't know who gets it. But it is not I. Yes. Okay, I've just literally been given we got a 5-minute warning. So again, anybody doing anything fun they want to talk about or what they're doing during this craziness?
It's tough, right? It's
not
really
allowed
tough.
out. We shouldn't be out. What are you doing? Are you going out?
No, I'm here.
Yeah. We're basically home. We go out for walks. We just had a hike. We all wear masks, and we went to Toluca Lake and went around, but with our masks.
Yeah.
As a family.
What's your address, Oscar?
What's that?
What's your address, Oscar?
Yeah.
My address?
Yeah.
5378. Victory.
Wow. That was a close, Brian. You almost got it.
All right.
Yeah. I was at Walgreens the other day with my mask and my gloves to pick up a prescription. And it wasn't ED pills for those guessing, that probably was. But anyway, okay, it might have been. You know what? Whatever. No, but seriously.
You and your low T. Oh.
Exactly. The low test. No, but some dude came up for a selfie. I go, dude, I never, in all these years, I have never said no.
I know.
But dude, no, just no. So he stood like halfway down an aisle and reversed the camera. I look like a dumbass, like everybody. I don't know. The world's going crazy, you guys.
Well, before the mask situation, but when we were still supposed to be standing 6 feet apart, but we weren't having to wear masks in the grocery store.
Yeah.
I was in the grocery store and I was checking out, and as I was walking away, the young lady behind me came like right up to me like this. And she's like, I'm so sorry. And I just kept like backing up. And she's like, and you're my favorite character in The Office. And tomorrow's my birthday. And I'm like, stop. I go, look, we're supposed to be standing apart. So you need to stand back 6 feet. And if you want to turn around and face the camera, I will stand over your shoulder. But it was remarkable. Just, I mean, it was cute because she was so excited she just forgot. It was just, she forgot.
That's the thing. People are so excited, which is so sweet. That's why it's so hard.
It was super sweet.
It's just, we got to learn some lessons from this. Though I will say, I don't
really want to learn this lesson forever. Personally, I cannot stand this whole standing apart and everyone walking around everybody and like looking like we all have the plague. And I just don't like it at all. And I cannot wait until we can just throw our arms around everybody we meet.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
I'm totally with you. Except as you were talking, Melora, I thought this can be the perfect excuse to keep Oscar 6 feet away from me for all time.
Wow.
That's a good point.
Guys, I'm a fan of his, and I take selfies with him, and I fawn over him all the time. The cat's out of the bag.
Okay, I'm just going to throw this out there, you guys, because you would know more than me, but I'm sensing a little sexual tension between Brian and Oscar.
There's not a little, it's a lot of tension.
Wow.
Come on.
Okay.
I'm not wearing any pants or underwear.
Okay, I think this is going to be the revelation from this little 45-minute session. I like it. You guys, I know our time is just about up, so I just want to tell the people out there, this is a 3-day event. It really is amazing. Cameo themselves are donating all of the profits that they would normally take, literally all the profits they would normally take from the cameos that all the talent does, and they're donating it. And then individuals are also sending all of theirs. So this link can be used a lot over the next, they've been doing it for a day, so at least another 2 days. So it's a really wonderful, wonderful thing they're doing. And you can go to cameo.com and see if there's a certain charity you like. You can see who's putting their money toward that charity or whatever you want to do. But it's really, obviously, this is an important thing. I guess I should wrap this up because I'm looking at the clock. You guys, thank you so much. This was so fun for me. As a super fan, I could go on for days with you guys. And of course, anytime I can mock people and they can mock me, I'm a pretty happy guy.
You're amazing.
Thank you,
so anybody
Jim.
any shout outs at the end here?
Thank you, Jim.
Thanks so much, Jim.
This was awesome. So just a reminder, I'm going to read something specific. Join Jared Friend and some favorite Bachelor contestants in a game of Red Flag Deal Breakers. That'll be coming up. And also, just a reminder, Cameo will be donating proceeds to charities helping those impacted, not impeached. We've already been through that, by COVID-19. So make your Cameo requests now, or you can donate using the link in the description below. You guys, I know we're teasing. This is an honor for me. It's a true honor. You guys bring so much laughter and love to my life. You have no idea.
Thanks, Jim. Love you, Jim. You're the best.
All right.
Bye, guys. Love you.
Bye,
Bye,
Oh,
Dr.
thank
Ripley,
God
guys.
those assholes are gone. Oh.
You're still on.
You're still on.
Yeah,
I knew it.
Son of a-
you gotta push leave the meeting.
Gotta push leave the meeting. Damn it. Goodbye, you guys. I love you.
Bye.
Love you guys. Bye, guys. Take care.
Bye.
Be safe.
Bye, Kate. Bye, Melora.
Be well.
Bye, you guys.
Be careful. Bye.